1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. I am one of your hosts, Precious D.
And I am the other one of your hosts, Honey B.
We are two best friends making our way through the history of kaiju movies. We started with King Kong in 1933, and we are moving on to 2022. There seem to be a lot of movies in 2022. The movie today is Yuzo, the biggest battle in Tokyo. You can watch it on Tubi if you haven't watched it yet.
And also on YouTube. It's not officially on YouTube, but someone did upload it.
Okay. Our cast is Takahiko Fujita as Yuzo Oki, Masanori Machida as Masakane Yonakura, Manami Kusaba as Reiko, Takashi Toyoda, doesn't say who they play. Then all the rest of these, most of them doesn't say. Hironobu Nomura, Yusuke Sugiyama, Takuya Fujisaki, Daniel Aguilar, Tetsu Saki, Takanori Nakajo, Kana Ishii, and Kenji Sakama as Virus King. I remember Virus King. Honeybee, what were your initial thoughts and feelings about
Okay, well, I am going to say, from the, poster, or, that I saw when I looked this movie up, I thought it was going to be way fucking different than what it was. The movie poster looks so good, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, this is going to be great. And then I started watching it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This movie is insane. One,
yes.
I was not expecting the music. Two,
No.
I was not ready for, I know it's 2022 when this movie came out, and that now it's 2026. I am fully aware of that, okay? But I'm just not ready for COVID references in my media yet, in this way. I just, ugh. And especially because, a lot of the shit in this movie, the COVID shit in this movie, feels like it was written by, conservative Republicans in America who thought COVID wasn't real. And so, I don't know. There was so much going on in this movie that it was just insane. It was hard. There was one point in the movie where I had to pause it and walk away because I'm just my brain can't take any more of this right now. It's so overstimulated. But yeah,
okay.
Wow. What in the actual fuck is this movie? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Those are my initial thoughts.
Yeah, I had no idea that it was a little bit of a musical.
Yeah, what? And when that
Lazy.
happened, when that started happening, I was in shock. Wait. Are we singing and dancing right now? Okay, all right. Giving Kong the Musical a run for its money over here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, the movie does not have a Wikipedia page. So
Okay.
I have just a very brief description here from Wikizilla. Thank you, Wikizilla. We'll try and fill in the gaps. In the year 2020, the world is threatened by a new coronavirus. The impact of the virus is not only on health, but also on the economy. And Yuzo Oki, who was enjoying his remote life, is easily laid off. So we start with him following some girl down the street.
Yeah.
Who apparently he knows, and he's wearing a mask and she's wearing a mask. And he's going to try to get her back. I can't remember what he said he was going to do. But then
he says... He's like, oh, and she's walking a little Shiba, and he's like, oh, if I steal her dog, she'll have to come back to me. But we have no context whatsoever. So he just looks like a fucking creep. Where there's what the hell? And then we see the kaiju, and it's okay, maybe she's gonna be saved by the kaiju. And then this music starts, and at this point, when I see the kaiju, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe not as good as I thought it was gonna be. This is an SRS movie too, by the way, which we've seen a few of, and some of them can be good. Like The Well God was great. Space Monster Wang Magui, that was great. Like, we have seen some SRS media that's good. So I was just, I don't know, expecting something different, I guess. Which is silly of me, which is completely silly of me.
Right.
But when the music starts, I was like, oh, okay, like this is gonna be kind of cool. But then at the end of the first bit of music, it made this sound like almost like a boing, and I was like, oh no. Like, instantly I was like, oh no, this movie is not gonna be what I thought it was gonna be as soon as I heard that, like, campy music sound. Oh god.
Was he doing his weird stuff with the candles and full of angst in his room at the beginning also? Before he starts following the girl?
Yes.
It starts off with him just full of angst in his room and just upset about all the crazy stuff they make me do for this company. And then he goes out and starts following the girl. And then we get a flashback. So he's a company man and doesn't seem to really do his job very well. He makes his assistant do all his shit. So when COVID hits and they go to remote work, he gets remotely fired because they're like, we're doing some reorganizing and some restructuring. He's like, oh, okay, great. Yeah, what am I like? Well, we don't need you. We realized we don't actually need you.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
So
cool, I'll
you're
come clean my
fired.
desk. And he's like, no. Like, you'll come clean your desk out. Like, you're done here.
Yeah. And we find out later that his assistant basically gets his job.
And by the way, during this part where he, like, gets fired and then he goes to the company and he's, like, ringing their doorbell repeatedly, ding, 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 ding. My dog lost her motherfucking mind because any doorbell sound, like, even if there's, like, a Domino's commercial and there's a doorbell, my dog will run to the door. Like, she thinks there's someone at our door. Oh, I was so pissed because I finally got her calmed down. Like, paused the movie, got her calmed down, and then, like, push play again, and he did it again. Like, I was like, no! Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah, he goes to his boss's house to confront him, which you shouldn't be doing in a pandemic, definitely, but it's probably bad form even without that.
Yeah.
And the guy... he's like, I take pity on you, and he throws him something, and it's a child-size mask.
Yeah, because the guy's not
then
wearing a
puts
mask,
on.
and he's like, you better watch out for the
Yeah.
virus vigilantes. Here's this child-size mask.
And they're very inconsistent throughout the movie about wearing masks. They're very unsafe.
I feel like the whole thing about the masks in this movie, they're like making fun of it. Like they're all like, and there's so many different things. Even when they're like testing the masks, and they have the masks hanging from the ceiling, and he's like spraying them with shit. They recycle the masks.
Yes,
They're like gonna use them again. At one point, the kaiju like sucks up the masks. I'm like, what? I just feel like they were making fun of like the masks.
Well,
the
it
whole
was.
time.
I mean, this is 2022 by the time, so I guess they were kind of over it. I don't know. I don't know what the general attitude in Japan was.
I don't either.
It was probably a lot better though because they are in the habit of
They're
wearing
used
a mask.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're sick, you wear a mask so you don't get everybody else sick even before COVID. So.
Right. Yeah, I just kept getting these. I'm like, why are we making fun of the? It just reminded me so much of like when I was in Odessa at one point, and I was like in an HEB wearing a mask, and not many people around me were wearing a mask, and this man like called me a libtard for wearing a mask in HEB, and it was like around 2021, 2022. Not a lot of people in West Texas were like over it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just like, well, I was like, are they making fun of this? Like, what the hell is going on here? So silly.
I didn't really take it that way. I just took it as this is the weird shit this company does. So he goes to a bar which is open for some reason.
Yeah.
The ladies that work at the bar sing him a song about how he's going to find a new job and everything will be fine.
I am screaming. When they started singing and dancing, I was like, what the hell? And my favorite part about these ladies singing and dancing, besides their little masks that are clear, which are so amazing, very accessible for deaf people, that needed to really be a thing. But anyways, that's a rant for another day. My favorite thing about this is that at the end of the song, he stands up and he's like, nothing happens without action. It was like he really like learned from the song. It was so funny. Like they do this song and dance in the bar and they're all dancing and singing and he's just sitting there, you know, head in his hands, just, and then at the end he's like, you're right, nothing happens without action. I must go get another job. It's just so funny.
And I can't remember, did they give him a lead on the job?
Well, I mean, not exactly. They were just like, there's another company out there for you. Like,
okay. I couldn't remember how he ended up at the interview.
Yeah, he just kind of ends up there. Like it doesn't really specifically. All they say is like, fuck that company. Like there's more out there. That one wasn't for you, but you're gonna find one for you, and it's gonna be so perfect. And but you've just got to go out there and look for it. You know, kind of shit.
Well, what it says here in Wikizilla is somehow he manages to find a new job.
Somehow.
But what awaited him? What awaited him was a crazy group of people, including a money-grubbing president, a fitness instructor with no members, a garbage thief who only collects waste, a gambling salesman, and a man who stays inside a stuffed animal.
Oh my gosh!
So
insane.
He's like, yes, we'll hire you. Oh, I'm running the company now. It's my brother's company, but now that I'm running it, we're making money, and I'm going to have you go around to all the different departments and learn a little bit about each department. So the first department is this guy going down the street with a little cart, getting things out of the trash that can possibly be repaired and then resold.
But there are also trash police.
Yes. So I guess in America, once you've thrown something away, it's fair game. It's public domain. There's nothing against the law taking that chair you found out by the trash can and taking it home. In fact, that is a way of life. That's how we shop for furniture in New York when I lived there. You just pick up a couch off the side of the street and take that shit home, and nobody would think twice. No one would judge you for it. Nobody would report you or anything because there's nothing to report. It's not a crime.
I even follow a few like YouTube channels that are like, come dumpster diving with me. Like it seriously is just like a thing, you know?
Hey, we found cool shit when I was a kid, but apparently in Japan that's not allowed. So they're trying to do this on the sly and avoid the trash
police.
So this is one thing the company does is they refurbish thrown away appliances. Then another thing they do is online exercise class.
Oh, I was going to say the best part about the trash thief guy, which I didn't know was going to be such a prominent thing throughout the whole movie, was when he gets his little plastic step stool, flaps that out, and does his little wriggling solo, which,
yes,
you know,
it's
like the dance where and he's like, wriggling makes us happy and healthy, and it's basically like a Hakuna Matata. Like, this guy is just like on his little plastic stool, wiggling his little noodle arms, Hakuna Matataing it up over there.
So yeah, that's another little song that's in here. The bar girls have two songs, and this guy's got his wriggle song. And I think that's a reference to... So there's a thing in a lot of Japanese companies where they'll stop and have everybody do exercises at some point in the day.
Oh, really?
Just for... Yeah. It's not like it's now exercise time, everybody. And I think
smart.
they'll go to an area, and they'll all kind of do it together in unison, you know.
Cute.
So I think that was a joke about this guy's job is walking around on the street collecting garbage, but he's got to stop and do exercise time. So I think that's what that was about.
But the guy, when he does it, like when he's like telling the other guy, like our main guy, Yuzo, he's like, this is going to be famous. Like, kids are going to like it. I'm going to be on TV. Like, this is going to be a big deal. And I thought that was cute. But then I'm like, later on in the movie, I was like, oh shit, or he was right.
Yeah. So there's another guy that does an exercise class that only has one subscriber who then quits.
Which is so freaking funny because when he gives Yuzo he's like, here, put this on. I died the way Yuzo like looks at it and he goes, eh? Like he's like, what? I have to wear this thing?
He shows up to work in a suit, and they tell him, you're not going to have to wear it. Don't bother wearing that to work from now on. Because first they give him a little jacket for collecting trash, and then he has like a leotard and tights thing for the exercise.
Oh my god, I'm dying. It was so good.
Yeah, he's the guy that stands behind the main guy and repeats all his moves, or does all the moves with him, but he hasn't learned them yet. So, and then when the one girl quits, they have to go out in the street and hand out flyers.
Yeah. But also, I think before we get that guy, don't we get the furry first?
The furry might be first. I was going to get the furry, but
I think
I might have
he's
got them
first.
out of order.
Mm-hmm.
So there's is it a dog suit?
Yeah, it's a dog. Uh-huh.
It's frankly not a very good furry, but there's somebody that wears a dog suit and only communicates through writing, and
which is also hilarious.
is their job is refurbishing, masks, COVID masks. So they spray them down with probably alcohol, and then, or did they spray them with paint in case they're stained?
No, it was like some sort of liquid, like a sanitizer of sorts.
Oh, did he paint it with a brush? Anyway, they hang them up and they spray them down and they wipe them and then they let them dry out, and then I guess they resell them. So they just find them on the street and refurbish them. So a lot of this company is refurbishing trash, just in different ways.
Yes, and the dog's name is Nakajima, and it's so funny that he only talks through the sign, because you can hear him struggling in the suit sometimes. It's not like he's nonverbal. He is in this moment, but he does have a voice of some sort, and it's so funny because whatever his name is, I don't know Japanese, so I don't know, but his name in Japanese is Cat, but he's in a dog suit. Love that.
Nico. Yes, Nico is Cat.
Okay, yeah, and then I love when he gets sucked into the cute magazine girl scene. He's looking at this magazine, then all of a sudden he's he's imagining that he's in the magazine, and he's
right.
In the weird dog. Yeah, it's just so funny. He's in the dog costume with this cute girl who's oh my god, you're such a kawaii dog, so cute. And I'm just this. I was so not prepared for this movie, even though I remember when you were watching this movie and you texted me and you were like, oh my god, Yuzo is insane, but I did not know that you meant in this way. I thought you meant damn, this movie's badass. That's how I took it, because I had already seen the movie poster, so I was hell yeah, I was so excited for this movie, and I was just not prepared for this shit. Oh my gosh.
Right.
And then whenever the dog starts telling his story, he's I was a kid, and he just this whole it's a mini movie, a tiny little movie plays in the movie that gives us the dog's backstory. Yeah, why he is the way he is and all of this shit. And then Yuzo's how much of this are you making up? And he's all of it. None of that was true.
Yeah.
So funny. Oh my god.
He also spends some time with the guy that actually refurbishes the appliances, and the guy offers to let him work with him going forward because he seems to enjoy that task the most. So
is this the guy who is casting spells and shit?
No, I don't think so. No, he's just fixing the stuff. He's just fixing the blenders and whatever.
Okay, because the first guy at the desk, he owes someone a bunch of money, and then pulls out some candles and is God, Buddha, devil. Give
one
me
of the
money.
coworkers. It's not clear what his job is, but he has a gambling problem, and so he's praying and doing good luck things to try to win some money because people are going to break his legs. But there's a guy who actually fixes the things, so Uzo's going to clean the things up, and then the other guy will fix them. And then he also gets sent to the brother's house at some point, who is an eccentric inventor. And he made the company just to fund his inventions, so he turned it over to his brother to actually make money. So then the next part of the summary says, however, after being pushed around by these selfish people, he gets desperate when he is dumped by his girlfriend. And then that's when we get to the scene where he's in his room and he's freaking out, and then he starts chasing.
But we do
chasing the,
before that.
girlfriend.
Before that, we get another bar song where we
Yeah.
go to the bar and he's sad and like the whole bar is dancing, and we get this really weird, sexy ferret lady. And it's like she comes to and like talks to the boss, and she's like, "Oh, my animals will make you feel better, and it will take the stress away from you." And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Oh, right.
I
She
was
wants to
like,
bring
what
her.
the hell?
She wants to bring her animals to the company for the employees to have a moment with to make them feel better. They actually did this at my company. They brought
Wow,
in
really?
a kangaroo adjacent creature.
Oh, I remember this. I remember you sending me fucking
I think it was
snaps of this.
I think it was technically not a kangaroo, but it looks like a small kangaroo, but I think it was actually fully grown. So I don't know if it was a wallaby or what it was, but
A wallaby.
so
Yeah. So we get to where we started in the movie, and then, we
just then a life form from outer space comes into contact with Yuzo's crazy coworkers and fuses with their madness, creating an explosion of energy that plunges the city into chaos. The only person who can save the city from this crisis is Yuzo. Having been thrown into the depths of disappointment, he now rises to the occasion.
also
That's the
something
end
that
of
we
the
kind of
summary.
something we haven't talked about, but that these other two people who, like, one guy gives the girl a book, and now she's like, thanks to you I can see the future, and there's a giant monster in the whole city, or maybe she says company, the whole company is up in flames. They're kind of throughout the whole movie too, like placed in different, and she's kind of having this vision like of the kaiju. It doesn't make any sense, and it's really random and strange, like strangely placed throughout the film. But we do, she finally says, like, he gives her this book that's like how to predict the future so that they can make a lot of money or something.
Oh, right.
But she's like,
And she's making money in the stock market
yeah,
with that book.
yeah, and says that the giant monster's going to come up, and then an hour and 7 minutes in, for I think the movie's like an hour and 23 minutes. An hour and 7 minutes in, we finally get to the actual like kaiju. But I'm gonna tell you, the movie poster made this look way cooler and better than it is, for sure. But I died when the kaiju's like first coming out walking, and the guy like does the flying kick and like breaks his fucking ankle, like flying kicking the kaiju. And then I was so confused as to why the kaiju was sucking up the masks. I'm like, what the hell? But this is whenever the wiggle dance became important, because then the guy does the wiggle dance for the kaiju, and I was like, damn, he was right. Everybody is really gonna love this dance. It works for the kids, it works for the adults, it works for the kaiju. I'm sorry I ever doubted this man and his wiggle dance.
So, I can't even remember. How does they end up beating the kaiju? Does he get big, or do they just...
They blow him up. And so
remember.
basically
They blow it up?
Yuzo, like, wraps a rope
right.
around him and, like, flies over to
Right.
him. And then the dog, like, takes
Yeah.
off his mask and finally has a voice. He, like, finds his voice. And it's such a long process too. Like, they could have made this so much shorter, because Yuzo ends up falling like twice before but they end up basically putting like dynamite into his mouth and like blow him up.
Yes, he climbs up and with the rope or swings around a bunch.
Yeah, mm-hmm. And then there's this tiny little alien, which I don't know if you've seen Adventure Time, but if anybody out there has seen Adventure Time, it looks like the Squibbler. It's just a little tiny alien that looks like the Squibbler with little googly eyes. And I'm like, this movie is so fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a thing about the brother encountering this alien and then they accidentally made it big?
I don't fucking know, man. I really don't.
I think so. I think the brother had made contact with the alien. That was what his whole experiments were about. And then something they did caused it to get big. And so it goes back to its natural size and everything's okay.
And it's tiny.
The kaiju is a guy in a suit.
Yeah,
I
for
believe.
sure. Definitely. Yeah, it's wacky. For sure.
Does the alien fly away home then?
Yeah,
end,
he does. In his tiny little alien spaceship.
So, Honeybee, what are you going to rate Yuzo, the biggest battle in Tokyo?
Shit, man. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know how to feel about this movie. I don't know. What are you going to rate it?
Maybe 3,
That's
3
kind of
and a
what I'm
half.
thinking too, is like a 3. Yeah, it was nuts. It was okay though. It was hard to follow, a lot happening. But yeah, I'll say a 3 as well.
Okay. Well, there you go, folks. Like we said, it's on Tubi if you want to watch it.
Also on YouTube.
Yep. So, and then, yeah, it's crazy. Give it a chance, though. I think you might like it. That's going to wrap it up for today. Next week, good God. Next week is Ape versus Mecha Ape.
No!
I believe that is from the goddamn
It's gotta
asylum.
be.
So there you go, folks. Check out our other podcast while you're at it, Mars Needs Movies, where we talk about movies and TV shows that involve alien invasions, incursions, infiltrations, and visitations. If an alien comes to Earth, it qualifies for that podcast.
Oh, you know what?
If you like what we're doing...
After I watched this movie, as I watched it on YouTube, and I have like my autoplay on, a movie came on like right after that we haven't done for the podcast, but was 100% a kaiju movie, and it was Attack of the Giant Teacher.
Oh yeah, we mentioned that because it shows up in a clip in one of the other movies. And I was like, oh, I guess we need to go back and find that one and watch it.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we'll shoehorn Attack of the Giant Teacher in there. And I finally watched, but I don't think you have yet, Attack of the 60-Foot Centerfold.
Oh.
I can't remember how it ended now.
No, I don't think I have.
So, anyway, if you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe, rate and review, and consider checking out our Patreon, where you can request movies for us to talk about from any genre. It doesn't have to be monsters.
Or aliens.
Yeah. Until next time, I have been Precious D.
And I have been Honey B.
Remember to keep calm and take shelter in basements.
And please, don't misuse science.
We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go.
Woo!
You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.